Have you ever just wished you could, turn off your brain for a little while? That constant chatter, the replaying of conversations, the worrying about tomorrow? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful framework from Girish Jha. It shows us not how to turn the mind off, but how to totally transform our relationship with it, to shift from a state of constant reaction to one of, believe it or not, genuine inner peace. So let's start with a feeling I think we all know way too well, the mental hamster wheel. Right? That relentless loop of worry, imagining the worst case scenarios, second guessing every little decision. Man, it is exhausting, isn't it? Just that feeling of being stuck, just spinning and never really getting anywhere. You see, that mental hamster wheel, it's not just some random feeling. It's a specific state of mind. Girish Jha actually calls it the default mind. And understanding this is the absolute key to figuring out why we get stuck in these cycles. And once we learn to recognize it, we can finally learn how to step off that wheel for good. So what exactly is this default mind? Well, think of it like your brain's autopilot. It's that instant flash of anger when someone cuts you off in traffic, or that immediate urge to complain when your coffee order is wrong. It's the part of you that acts before you think, and it is the hidden source of so much of our daily stress and anxiety. But here's the really good news, and honestly, it's the whole point of this explainer. We are not stuck with this default mind. We are not doomed to live on that wheel forever. We have a choice. We can consciously shift our perspective and cultivate a whole different way of being, a way that leads to peace instead of conflict. And here you can really see the two paths we can take laid out. On one side, you've got the default mind. That's the path of reaction, blame, and conflict. But the discerning mind? That's where we find the calm, the clarity, and the wisdom to respond to life's challenges instead of just reacting to them. It's all about creating harmony inside ourselves rather than constant inner turmoil. So, okay, how would we actually get there? Well, it's not about flipping a switch, it's a practice, and it's built on small, consistent steps. It all starts with just noticing our thoughts without judging them. Then, with a little reflection, we can start to see our patterns. And with humility, that willingness to just say, you know what, I don't know, we open ourselves up to a whole new way of being. Okay, now let's get into what might be one of the most powerful ideas in this entire framework. This is the key to understanding how we so often create our own suffering, and it all comes down to the subtle, but crucial, stories we tell ourselves about what happens in our lives. This is where things get really, really interesting. An event is just a neutral fact. It's cloudy, you're in traffic, a friend canceled plans. It just is. But an incident, that's what happens when your default mind gets involved. It takes that neutral event and attaches an emotional story to it. This traffic is ruining my day. And that story, that's where the suffering begins. And this right here, this is the secret. In that tiny little pause between what happens and how you react, there is a space of pure freedom. A sacred, silent zone where you have the power to choose your response. Learning to live in that space, even for just a moment, is the real key to mastering your mind. So, how in the world do we find that sacred zone in the heat of the moment? Well, that's where the SILENT method comes in. It's a simple, practical tool that can help you create that space for yourself anytime, anywhere, and guide you right back to your center. Each letter of SILENT is a step on this path. We start by stilling all that noise. Then we invoke our own inner awareness. We practice letting go of the stuff we just can't control and embracing the only moment that's actually real, right now. From there, we can nurture that feeling of peace and finally teach others simply by our own calm presence. It's literally a roadmap to a more conscious life. Now, when we start to practice this kind of mindfulness, something really amazing starts to happen. We begin to see ourselves in a completely new light. And there's this beautiful, simple metaphor that just perfectly captures this profound shift in perspective. Just think about your own thoughts and feelings for a second. They come and they go, right? Your anxiety, your anger, even your moments of pure joy. None of them are permanent. They're just like clouds passing in the sky, constantly shifting, changing shape, and eventually just dissolving away. They are not who you fundamentally are. And here it is. This is the profound truth at the heart of it all. You are not the clouds. You are the sky.
Your thoughts and emotions, yeah, they can be stormy and dark and turbulent, but they cannot change the vast, peaceful, and unchanging nature of the sky itself. You are the awareness that witnesses the storm, not the storm itself. When you truly grasp this, when you really get it, everything changes. You are no longer a victim of your own mind, tossed around by every passing thought or feeling. You become the master of your inner world, the calm, clear sky that holds space for all of it, without being defined or damaged by any of it. So, as you go about your day, I just invite you to ask yourself this one simple question, especially when things get tough. Am I the clouds or am I the sky? Remember, you always have the power to choose. You can let the storms pass, and you can rest in that vast, peaceful awareness that is your true nature. The choice, my friends, is always yours.